Okay, it is Whip Wednesday, and I have an insane amount of stuff I need to do. I keep putting this off. This is something that I need to frog and redo because I started sewing it together and I forgot there's like a whole gap in between, but I gotta get this done for Mother's Day. This is an apron. And it has taken me forever, and there's no amount of money that's going to be able to take that I could charge for this to be worth the time that it took to make it. So I'm very likely just going to keep it for myself, but just for display reasons, I'll put it up. If somebody buys it, I'm going to put a big old price tag on it because I kind of hope somebody doesn't buy it so I can wear it. But I also want to like add pockets to it and stuff. I just haven't had the time to do that. But I'm gonna work on that today. Very tired. I feel like I slept well last night. I didn't go to bed too late. I usually go to bed very late. But like I am just so very tired. So maybe my body's trying to fight something off. That's likely. So I'm just gonna take it easy today and drink lots of water. And I have my super cool butterbeer mug that I'll be drinking water and hydration tablets. That is pink in there. Lots of that today, just in case. My friend who said she had allergies did end up being extremely sick and got her husband extremely sick. And I'm like, oh, goody. Hope I didn't catch that. So, as we hung out on Monday when she was extremely sick, but she thought it was allergies and it was not. So hopefully I didn't catch that, but I'm going to drink lots of water today. I'm going to do my exercise, but like keep it light. Anyway, so I have frogged this. I lost track of how many times. So I did something a little weird with this. This is the Passionate Kelsey hexagon cardigan. And I've made a couple of these and I love making them, but I don't like how fat, like I don't like how fat or gappy the stitches are to, like she uses a 6.5, but she's got a much looser tension than I do. I have a very tight tension and I have tried loosening it up and it's not going to work. So I end up having to use a much larger needle, a crochet hook, and that ends up having too many gaps. It's just so problematic. So I wanted to use the 6.5 and it definitely makes it tighter, but the problem is I have to make more rows to get this width, and so this side ends up being very thick, and it just like overall was kind of problematic. So I think I need to reconsider how I do it. So this is just very thick. And in order to get it to scale down to do the sleeve like this, it's just very awkward and it's not working very well. So what I did is I did 6.5 through here. So for the length, I went down to 6. So I'm going to use a 6 to get the length to kind of tighten up naturally a little better. And then I'll do the decreases. So I did the decreases and it just kept puckering in a weird way. So I'm struggling with this. I'm trying to completely finish this before moving on, but I might have to move on to some other stuff today. I've got a ton of whips that I could, some of them are I just need to make them keychains. So I've got some things that are kind of low hanging fruit, and I have to stock a shelf at the yarn store that I just purchased. So I've got other things I need to get done today. And I think I'll try to work on this in between. But I'm also very tired. I'm so tired. So we'll see how today goes. Okay, so I woke up at like 3 o'clock in the morning to the foster puppy screaming. And I immediately panicked because he just got fixed. And I was like, oh my God, he got injured. And I went to go check on him and he's like batting at his face. And I don't see anything. Like I thought it was maybe his eye. His eye looked fine. I thought, I checked his mouth. There's nothing like is swollen. Nothing appears to be wrong other than the fact that he's continuously batting in his face. So like all I can think about is maybe he like bit into something. hard that hurt or bit his tongue or something. A little irritated because I am fostering for a shelter. Well, no, it's like a nonprofit group. And I text a video and was like, I don't know what to do. Puppy's screaming. Puppy was just adopted out, but I'm still fostering. So it is, the puppy's adopted out to a friend of mine, but he is still healing and still in my care, which would indicate that I'm still in their care. Even though it's going to a friend of mine, they're like, I don't know, give him a Benadryl. He just, you'll have to ask the new owner what to do. Like if she wants you to take him to the vet or whatever. I'm like, I get that. But this person just paid $200 to adopt a puppy, which I know that they operate at a loss. I get that. They get donations to cover the difference, and they get people who volunteer for free, like me, to watch the puppies and the dogs. And I require a little support. I called my dog trainer and was like, hey, I didn't love that answer. Like, I don't know what to look for. I don't want to just jump the gun and go get a huge vet bill. Like, this person hasn't even been given the puppy yet, and then they're going to have to pay this huge bill. I'm like, I would like someone who knows what the hell they're looking for to take a look at the dog to see if, like, am I overreacting? Is it something that I should be worried about? Excuse me. So yeah, I talked to the dog trainer, and she did exactly what I was hoping. Is she talked with me, she looked at the video, she's like, yeah, I think maybe he just like bit something. If you don't see any blood, that's good. And she was explaining to me, she's like, puppies can be really dramatic. It's not uncommon for them to kind of freak out about something. So he may have just kind of panicked and freaked out. Just let's give him a little bit of time and see how he does. And if he's feeling better, then, not a big deal. Just keep an eye on him. Yeah, if he's still not feeling great by this afternoon, she's going to come out here and take a look at him. This is not her job or her responsibility. It's the people who I signed up with to foster with. So I'm just a little irritated. Like, I don't like confrontation, so I am venting to YouTube. But I'm like, do I give this person feedback? Like, hey, there's been a couple yellow flags where I feel like you're kind of being a little dismissive about some things. And if you want me to work for free for you, I feel like it's important to make sure that you're talking to me a little bit more about the problem, not being like, I don't know, not my problem. And just, I don't know, it's just very dismissive, and it doesn't make me feel confident in doing this ever again. If there's an issue that comes up like this, I kind of expect somebody who knows what they're talking about to do something about it, or like at least walk me through it, have a conversation, call me, not just text, I don't know, give him a Benadryl, like ask his new owner. Like, it just was very dismissive, and it was very frustrating. So anyway, that's my little, I woke up at the crack of dawn, and I'm still in bed because I'm tired and now just flustered. So I'll check back on with him later. But meanwhile, I've been cardigan crazy. So I made half a panel and then ran out of this. I need to go get some more, and the yarn shop's not open until Wednesday. And then I have a bunch of this. I just bought more from the yarn shop, and I am just going absolutely crazy. I love these. So I'm going to make, I think I'm going to make a full cardigan with this one. It is a little tricky because I am using, I'm a tight crocheter. I'm using a 6.5, which would be good for a more loose crocheter. So it is making it kind of smaller, but I like the way that, I like the tension on these better with this than I did with the larger hook. I don't really like the way that the tension looks. So it's kind of a little difficult because I want these panels to be long enough, and I can build these out more to make it wider. But because I work in, the round basically, like I'm working around that, making this thicker makes this thicker. So this arm sleeve is thicker than my cardigan I made for myself. So this one, I used the larger hook, and it's just very gappy, and I don't love it. I don't like how gappy it ended up being. So this is more closed, and this is more gappy. So I used the appropriate sizing for this one. So the panel and the sleeve ended up being a decent, like it's a good sleeve size. Where this one, the sleeve is going to be so much bigger. Let's see if I can overlay these. Well, I guess it's not so much bigger. It's a little bigger. But I don't know. Maybe I need to just keep making these. Just going to make a million of them until I can figure out the sizing. Yeah. So anyway, I'm a little tired. I'm a little cranky. I just changed all of this. So unfortunately, like I wanted my yarn wall here so that if I did videos from here, you could see my yarn wall. But this is the smaller shelf, and I was fighting for my life trying to get all of my yarn, my parfait yarn, to fit on here. So I just switched it out to the other side of my bedroom. I have better access to it if I need to grab something really quick. And this is now my craft supply shelf. So I have like miscellaneous, that's bags and boxes. For this one is bags and boxes. So like when I buy safety eyes and it comes in the zippy bags or the boxes, I toss them in there because I reuse those very frequently for all kinds of stuff. So I'll put those in there. Down here, I just started organizing my tags. Maybe I should grab those. I feel so tired. I hope I don't get sick. I'm very tired right now. When I'm tired like this, I tend to be more susceptible to getting sick. Oh, this is something I made. I designed this. I need to finish this one. I even wrote a tutorial like 3-4 years ago, and I just never got around to finishing it. I designed all of these. So one of these days I'll do that. I have a bunch of crochet books here, and knitting books, and then this is the desiccant stuff. So in this box I have, so on top of the box I have the green used rechargeable indicating silica gel by Adsorbco. Anyway, the ones that need to be recharged are on top, and then all of the unused ones are down below here. So I've been just putting them in everything, and it's been super helpful. And then over here, I need to put my stuff back. I have one of these white trays. There's a white tray back here. It has my colored pencils in it. I might switch that out for something else. And then I have another white tray that goes on top of it that has all of my Emmy stick making stuff. So all the things you put on top of the stitch markers and the glue and all that stuff. And then here, this is, my son made this box. Isn't that so cute? I kidnapped it from him because I love it. So I have been keeping my tags from all of my shows and then reusing them so that I know what to restock. So I know that these things sold, and there's some things, and I haven't been good about keeping track of what has sold. So I need to do better about that this year. But I can say like, okay, it's Mother's Day. What's something that mothers would like? Let's see, floral. Okay, so what floral things have I made before that sold? I have, let's see, flower coaster. Now I know that took forever to sell. Wow. There you go. Focusing is important. That took forever to sell, so I'm probably not going to make another one of those. Although the person who got it was very excited about it, it still took forever to sell. So flower pot with like a little happy face also sold one right away. The other one took forever to sell. And then 2 mushrooms. So mushrooms sell really well, and it's been a long time since I've made mushrooms. But I did not put the... So I had sold a bunch of flowers last year for Mother's Day, and I didn't have tags on them. So that's where I'm trying to get a little bit better about making sure I'm tagging everything properly so I can keep track of this. I think there's probably a better way to do this. I might safety pin these tags onto the bodies so I can just pop them off really quick. And then I might leave a tag on the bodies that has my, like the care instructions and stuff for them. That way they can like cut it off later if they want or whatever. I think I'm going to do that. Anyway, so this is like, I've got like Halloween and movie, TV show themed stuff, sea turtles, sea life. And yeah, so I have all kinds of stuff, and like a space cow. I know I've sold a stupid amount of those, but I didn't tag any of them. So I've been really bad about that. So I need to go through probably on my old videos, because I did go through what sold, and start a spreadsheet that has everything that I've made and sold this year. And then I can see how many times I sell it. So I can see how many chickens I made throughout the year and sold, because I have not kept track of that historically. But I do know that I always sell my chickens when I have a decent amount of them. So I need to go make more of those. And moms tend to like chickens. But yeah, that's what I'll figure that out. So yeah, so I have that. And then what else do I have? This does not go here. I don't know why that's there. I have my calendar that I need to update, and all my glues and stuff over here. And then I have miscellaneous stuff. Lots of stuff. Wow, I'm burnt out. But yeah, I'm making progress and getting organized and figuring out, like, what do I need to have regularly accessible? What can I like store away and not have out all the time? So I'm working on that. Today is Tuesday. I have a stupid amount of stuff to get done. This is my long day that all the kids in the family are gone for the majority of it. So I get a good amount of time to work on what I need to work on. So hopefully I get that done. This was supposed to be a high quality cotton, and it's just completely falling apart. It's such a bummer. So I love the sweater, but anytime I wear it, it sheds on everything around it. Such a bummer. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to go back to work now. My husband's going to be home any minute, so I'm probably going to have to jump off of this pretty quickly, but I am trying to do weekly recaps, so that means I need to edit all of my stuff tomorrow for Wednesday. So I am going through, I had to dehumidify everything from my stock, from my market on April 1st, and it took a while to do that. My dogs are going crazy right now. I've got like a million flies in the house. That's super fun. You can see them buzzing around. Super annoying. I have a puppy, and I think just adding the extra animal, even though they're mostly outdoor animals, has like amplified the amount of bugs. I don't know. It might just be that time of year. There's like 2 left. I've managed to kill off all of the flies but 2, and they are actively landing on me to taunt me. Anyway, so high humidity area. I put my dolls in the bathroom and ran the dehumidifier, and normally I only need to run it once and it's fine. But I got these beads for moisture I keep forgetting what they're called. And I put them in the bags and I closed up the bags and I set them aside. And I was like, I'm just going to double check that I've gotten enough moisture out that, this way they don't smell musty or whatever. Every single one of them was green, which it's orange, it turns green if there's moisture. So there was clearly still moisture in there. So I had to run it through all over again. And I got two large bags of these beads and stuck those. So I used to have everything kind of broken up. So now I just have two bags, one for my market bags, beanies, and clothing, and one for my plushies. And it's in a gigantic suitcase. And I just fill that thing to the brim until I can't fill anything else. And I am definitely down stock. So I need to work on getting some stock going. I only sold 20 items, but it was enough. And I was totally sold out for Valentine's Day. So I mean, it put a good sized dent in my inventory. And super exciting, I just signed up for my first in store shelf. I have two shelves. I have no idea what I'm going to put on it. I'm thinking keychains and maybe market bags. So I know keychains sell really well. I think low cost items will probably sell the best. And I don't sell market bags at the farmer's market I do because there's not actually any produce there. So I have sold one market bag in a year. So maybe I'll put the market bags there. Maybe I'll put some things that don't move very quickly, which would mostly be the market bags and beanies, but there's already somebody there that does beanies. So I don't know, maybe I'll just put like a little selection of things. I'll have some keychains. I've got some swings, the little swing guys. I've got scrunchies. So I don't know, I'm just gonna have to kind of test it out and see how it goes. I think it's like $30 a month. They take all the payments there and then they pay out at the end of the month. I think they subtract the taxes or something. I don't know how that works. Actually, I need to ask about that. But obviously, they would subtract the fees that they pay on their terminal. So yeah, I'm excited about that. I don't know what I'm going to put on these shelves. So I've got to figure that out. And like a display. And tomorrow, I think what I'm going to do is focus on getting some graphics going so I can get my sign up and figure that all out. But again, I'm not sure what the dimensions are. She's closed on Mondays and Tuesdays, and these are the days that I have to really work on this. So I may have to go into town on Wednesday. It's like 45 minutes from me. Everything's like 45 minutes from me. So I might have to go into town to go figure that out. But then I'm already going into town on Thursday for my classes I teach. There's I can see the two flies that are left and they keep mocking me. They're right there. Anyway, so I don't know, maybe I'll wait till Thursday to go and just bring a bunch of stuff with me and go figure it out. That's probably the best way to do it. I'm really curious to see if anything sells. I also got my nails done, but I had builder gel on them to make them sturdier. But it makes them very blunt, and that makes it hard for me to do eyes because I really want to crochet eyes. I've been enjoying doing it lately, but it's so hard to do with like the blunt ends of the fake nails. So I had them take all the fake nails off and just put some gel polish over the top. So we'll see how long this lasts. I had stopped doing that because it peels off of the back pretty easily, and when I did the builder gel, it wouldn't peel off as easily. So whatever. And yeah, I'm working on, actually, I need to put together a spreadsheet, and I've been procrastinating doing this. So I started writing down what inventory I currently have in stock and how much I'm charging for each thing. And I also put what pattern it's from. Oh my God, these flies. I swear to God, there's two of them. There's two, and they're just mocking me. Like everywhere. It doesn't help that I have children, and children literally drop food everywhere. I'm looking at their chip crumbs that they just got in trouble for leaving everywhere. So anyway, yeah. So I wrote what the name is I put on the card, which I am trying to switch over from just putting like Grinch to if they call it like green guy or whatever. I'm putting Grinch in parentheses and then green guys. So I'm actually putting the name of the pattern. That way it's easier for me to find again. And I'm keeping track here. I am trying to make a point to purchase patterns only. However, if I did use an Instagram pattern, then I'll write in here Instagram or YouTube or PDF. PDF means, you know, even if there is a YouTube version of it or whatever, my dog's going crazy. I buy the pattern so that way I can remake it, especially if I enjoyed making it. I make a point to buy the pattern. I still need to restock inventory, and so I need to do an order for Parfait Chunky, but I also am still in restock mode, so I am kind of putting it off a little bit because I'm going to plow through a lot more yarn because I'm still trying to restock, and now I need to restock for Mother's Day, which is the next event coming up, and the shelf. So I'm probably going to wait. I by no means am out of anything. That's why I stock preemptively. But I might wait until after Mother's Day to do like a big order. Another thing is I am I'm moving a lot of stuff around, trying to reconsider how I stock everything. So that makes a big difference. I am working on a couple things. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, this is my whip bucket, and there's significantly more whips in my room. We're not going to talk about those right now. I pulled a bunch of things I did not add to my inventory yet because I want to make them keychains. So, and this I forgot to put the little black spots all over it. So these I'm going to all make these keychains, and this I forgot to put the little bow around it, but I thought those would be cute. I'm just going to really get into my keychain game, maybe make some swings. This one I wanted to crochet some eyes. I've had this for over a year and nobody has purchased it. So I think I need to maybe add more stuffing to this and crochet some cute eyes onto it so it'll sell. Still never finished this guy, which is just such a massive bummer because I was most excited to have this on my table for Easter, and I never finished it, and I still can't find the nylons, and I forgot to go get more. Just kidding, I got my husband's here. Okay. So I think what I'm going to do is this is not sewn very well right here. I think I'm going to take it apart a little bit, go get some nylon, and then do the weighted beads because this is super heavy. This is very, very heavy, and I'm just going to go ahead and make the rest of the body heavy with the weighted beads and stuff it instead of doing the lovey thing, because with the fur it's just like, it's better just be full. So I need to finish that. I have a couple other odds and ends in there that need to be done. And then my son wanted an alpaca for his birthday. So this is almost done. I just need to sew the bottom, and we need to add the stuffing and do the eyes. So I'm just waiting for him to tell me what kind of eyes he wants. And then again, I was going to do the nylon and the beads in here, so it's super heavy and weighted. We are an artistic family, so weighted and soft texture plushies are kind of our bread and butter. They're our happy place and our love language. So I need to finish that. He picked out this color and everything, so that's almost done. And then I just have some odds and ends in here that I need to finish. So nothing too crazy here. I have been on a hexagon cardigan kick, which seems to be my palette cleanser after trying to market prep a whole bunch of plushies. I have a ton of plushies I need to make. I have a couple, no, is it just the one? I have one pattern test that I really should be working on, but I just needed a little bit of a break. So I've got some time left on that one. I'm going to work on this stuff. I'm going to work on my hexagon cardigan. Hurt my shoulder really bad doing that alpaca. Like, it's so hard to get to work with that stuff that I really messed up my shoulder. So I need to do my PT. I have PT that I am supposed to be doing for my shoulder. and I need to make sure I'm stretching first before I sit down and do any crochet hauls, any major work. So the next thing I want to do is I'm taking my inventory. I'm doing um, some of those whips, and then I did this for Easter. I did a restock. I need to go through and see what I actually ended up stocking and what I didn't get to, and if I want to still get to it. Like cats, I need to make more cats. I made the mini beer. Let me mark some of these off. I made the mini beer. I did not make the watermelon, the coffee bean, the marshmallow. I did not make any more mushroom. Oh no, I did make mushrooms. I didn't make eggs. Might not do that at this point. I don't know. Plants. I didn't do any hanging plants. Cats. Didn't do any cats. Animals. I did 2 sushi bees and I sold one. Those were fun. I might make more sushi bees. I'm gonna leave that there. I didn't do any of the goose. I did 1 owl. I am totally out of capybara. And I did all the woodland creatures, but I want to do more of those too, so I'm going to leave that on there. Didn't do a crab. I did a hamburger turtle, but I definitely want to do more land turtles and sea turtles. I didn't do jellyfish, didn't do a whale. I didn't do any more UFO cows, or the pop rocket, or the pop alien, or the alien cowboy, or the Grogu hanger, so I've got to do that. I wanted to do the blue tiger and the bird from K-pop Demon Hunters. I don't have any more emotional support dumpster fire, so all of those things need to be restocked, and those are under my keychain card hanger restock. So that's all not done. Let's see, under space stuff, I have another Grogu. I have UFO, saucer and cow. I just redid this. Okay. I need to make an astronaut, and yeah, I just kind of rephrased a bunch of these things. So yeah, this is just like, I just wrote it out twice, I guess. I need to do some Highland cows. Yeah. Actually, this list is pretty accurate to what I need to get onto. I just like duplicated it on the top and the bottom, but really it's this bottom area that I need to focus on. A lot of these are pretty quick makes, and I can really amp up my keychain game. But then I also have Mother's Day, so I usually make some flowers. I sold out of all my flowers for Mother's Day last year, but I also kind of undercharged for them. Also, for Easter, I went to a brunch. It's a company thing, and we had someone purchased a whole bunch of teeny flowers that I guess are at Hobby Lobby now, so shame on you, Hobby Lobby. I let people know, and they saw them, and they were like, I saw those flowers. I'm like, yeah, it's extremely unethical. People who make those are getting paid nothing, and I'm like, I got to educate some people about it, so that was good. Like, don't buy those flowers. Like, if they're that cheap, and I explain, crochet has to be handmade, as opposed to knit, where knit can be done with a machine. So it's very obviously unethical. It's not like maybe it's unethical. It's definitely unethical. So please do not buy those. So, I mean, it was annoying, but it was good that I at least got to educate people on that. And yeah, that's pretty much the update for right now. Just trying to get the house cleaned up after Easter, and I'm gonna work on my hexagon cardigan until I get sick of it, and then I'll do some whips, and there's some side projects that I'd like to do, but I'm just gonna hold off right now until I can get that done. The puppy we are fostering did get homed to a friend of mine, which is exciting. So I get to still see him. So he's still healing from getting fixed. And we're just kind of waiting to do the introduction with the other dog, and we'll see how that all goes. So I'm very excited that he's going to have a new loving home with somebody I like. So I get to still see him. My puppies will be very sad to see him go. They've been having a lot of fun with him, but we can set up play dates because she literally lives just like a couple of blocks away. So like a 5-minute drive. Anyway, so that's it for now. Yeah, I'm gonna go be productive. Hey, I was looking for that needle everywhere.
been one of those days.